Hello and welcome back to the new season of Inside the Man Cave. My name is David Danger, and if you don't know me, I love video games, I love pop culture, comics, movies, you name it. This channel, I did start as a gaming channel, but then I did add some sort of episodes showing off my sort of pop culture collection. Now I've got Season 1 and Season 2 of Inside the Man Cave, and it's pretty much just showing off my pop culture collection and talking about pop culture. So the first episode of this new season is to do with a Lego, and I think my first ever Lego video for Inside the Man Cave. So this is my Lego build of the Darth Vader Lego helmet, Lego head, I don't know. So this one came with 834 pieces, so it was pretty big. So yeah, it definitely took some time. I have already finished building it, but it took about 3 hours, I would presume. So obviously it's basing off the character from the movies. I think this could be like, it's not episode 4 Vader or Rogue One, so I reckon it is Return of the Jedi Vader, because he does not have his glowing red eyes. So there is Vader, and then there is the instruction booklet, which is quite thick and pretty massive when you do have 834 pieces to build. So you guys can pause that if you want to read any of that. Be my guest. And there is Vader's classic pose there with Leia. So in their collection you got about, I think there was three to four bags. There was 5 bags. So each bag had a part of the build, really. So you had the first part, second part, and then the third part you almost had the head completed, and then parts 4 and 5 was finishing off the helmet. So I wasn't sure how I was gonna film this whole journey. I didn't want to do the whole sort of 3 hours, but I thought I might as well just show some B-roll footage of the journey of each step of after the first each bag. And it was a pretty easy build in somewhat. There was definitely some complicated parts to it, but if you follow the instructions and if you had all the pieces laid out, it was pretty easy. The only trouble was that mostly every Lego brick was black, so that gave me some issues. But here is just some B-roll footage now of the different journey steps of the Lego head. So this is the Lego Vader helmet in all its amazing glory. And look at the size of it. It is quite massive. I am almost sort of scared to actually move it, thinking it's going to break. So let's get another more basic sort of rundown So there was sort of 3 or 4 main parts to this skull. So you had the head part, you had the front opening, you had each of these sides, the back side, and then the other side, and then you have these other sort of flap sides that could just move a little bit slightly, not too much, and then on the bottom one and then the side one as well. So yeah, his helmet was more like that, I presume. And yeah, so it wasn't, you pretty much started, of course, from the ground up, building the base and then building his mouth up. The eyes were a little tricky to add on. Now, if I'd removed this, it's almost like a complete Lego city underneath this. Now, I'm not going to review it and do it now. I think I did put it in the B-roll, but I don't, it's a really complex thing that's going in, almost you would think, Darth Vader's brain in a way. And then there was some sticker parts that I had to add on to just get the more of the authentic feel to it. But I just like how that every individual, it's almost like a little Lego brick is individual, but it's really not. It's all just combined into one big part, but it's to make you look like you're doing every little Lego bit. But there is about over 800 Lego pieces in this build, and I am not kidding. The amount of Lego that was all over building this was incredible. But as one of my first Lego things ever in my pop culture and man cave collection, this is fantastic. I love the design of it. It has that menacing feel, like you've done something wrong and you're gonna get force choked, but it looks fantastic. Now, of course, again, majority of the Lego bricks were black, so it is kind of challenging in a way to build something this intense, but as someone who's not used to building Legos, I'm pretty proud of this moment. So here is the Darth Vader Lego set. Thank you for joining me on the first episode back into Inside the Man Cave. I'm going to do a ton more videos showing off some new and my old sort of pop culture items, so stay tuned and may the dark side be with you.